तुम मेरी क्या हो, कि तुम मेरी क्या हो। मैं तुलसी
मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ। तुम हो बड़े बलवान, प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो। The devotee sings to the Lord, "O Lord, I am a child, I am poor, I am helpless. And you, on the other hand, are huge and gigantic in form. And I've come to you with one request at heart. O Lord, please protect me. I'm confident that you will do so, though I may be sinful, though my life may be filled with the blemishes of the world, but I'm yet your child. I've come to your doors today, Hey Prabhu, with tears in my eyes. Only your name, only your darshan, only your blood will relieve all the pains and sufferings of my life. Only you, O Lord, will enable me to attain that state of eternal bliss.
मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ। तुम हो बड़े बलवान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ। तुम हो बड़े बलवान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ। तुम हो बड़े बलवान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो। मैं एक नन्हा सा। मैंने सुना है तुमने यहाँ पे लाखों से दुख तारे। मेरा दुख भी तारो प्रभु जी, चक्र सुदर्शन वाले। मैंने सुना है तुमने यहाँ पे लाखों से दुख तारे। मेरा दुख भी तारो प्रभु जी, चक्र सुदर्शन वाले। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ। मुझ पे भरो कुछ ध्यान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो। मैं एक नन्हा सा। तुम हो दयालु अपना समझ के, मैंने आज पुकारा। मुझे निर्बल को हाथ पकड़ लो, मीरो नाथ सहारा। तुम हो दयालु अपना समझ के, मैंने आज पुकारा। मुझे निर्बल को हाथ पकड़ लो, मीरो नाथ सहारा। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ। मैं भी तुम्हारे संतान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो।
पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो. With the help of the Guru, we learn that the name Shri Ram is a precious gem. Always remember him, for in so doing, all difficulties will vanish from your life. Fear not, for Shri Ram is not absent. He will always be there for you. He will always protect you. Until Bhav Sagar tar aayo, you will be able to cross the ocean of transmigration and death and meet with him.
पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, पायो जी मैंने
तूने हमें पैदा किया, पालन कर रहा है तू, दुखियों के कष्ट हरता तू।
तेरा अपार तेज है, छाया हुआ सविसार में, सृष्टि की वस्तु वस्तु में तू हो रहा विद्यमान है।
तेरा ही करते ध्यान हम, मांगते तेरी दया, ईश्वर हमारी बुद्धि को श्रेष्ठ मार्ग पर चला।
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
तुम ही मेरे मंदिर, तुम ही मेरी पूजा, तुम ही
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज, निज मन मुकुर सुधारि, बरनौ रघुबर बिमल जस, जो दायक फल चारि। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके, सुमिरो पवन कुमार, बल बुद्धि विद्या दे मोहि, हरहु कलेस विकार। जय गुण सागर, जय कपीश तिहु लोक सागर, दूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी, कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंठित केसा, हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजय, कांधे मूंज मेरु साजय, शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर, प्रभु चित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया, सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए, रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई, सहस बदन तुमरो जस गावें, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावें, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, पद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाँ ते, कवि को विद कही सकै कहाँ ते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्योता ही मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही, जलधि लांघि गए अति। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते। राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे, होत न रे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल तुम्हारा। है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे। असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पास, सदा रहो रघुपति के दास। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवरपुर आई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई, अनुमत से
बोले श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की। Devotees, sit down, and on behalf of this family, let me express words of sympathy. Family, on behalf of my family, on behalf of our Mandir Swaha Tulsi Mandir, we extend condolences to this family. We all have gathered here for one single purpose, and that is to witness the Antyeshti Sanskar. There are various sanskars that we'll have to undergo in lifetime. And one such sanskar that is sure that we will obtain, undergo, the sanskar. Ant meaning end, Antyeshti, the rituals at the time of death that will be performed. So here we are gathered to witness this ceremony, to give support to this family, to Ted, who would have been a stalwart. We are all here, family, friends, gathered. In doing so, I ask you to clasp hands. You'll take flowers here. Mind you stand in the middle, right? And let us offer prayer to Bhagwan Sri as we seek his blessings. In your mind, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Hari Tat Sat. Om Apavitraha Pavitro Va Sarvavrastangatopi Va Yasmar Akshang Stina Indro Virashravaha स्वस्तिनास्ताक्षररिष्टनेमिः स्वस्तिनो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ नारायणाय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः ॐ हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Place the flowers at the feet. Mind you take this. We do Sankal. You'll take flowers. Oh, this. Devotees, we continue to pray to Bhagwan Sri Krishna. As at the time of death, there's nothing apart from praying that we can do to bring some sort of solace to the soul of that departed one. Hence the reason why in all religion, when the time of death comes, it is celebrated with prayer. Because this is the only thing that can bring some sort of soul to the family, bereaved ones. We continue to offer special prayer to Bhagwan Sri Krishna. And if I guess that Ted, known as Sarwan, Sarwan Persaud, known an individual who believed in prayer. And you may hear later on, but the evening before his death, I was told that This gentleman engaged puja room, knowing the next day his body, his life, his body. And friends, this is something that life is unpredictable. But we ought to live our life each day as if it's our last day. You know, this morning you are sitting here and you are praying for Ted, you are praying for this family. We don't know that tomorrow somebody else may be praying for us. So let us maximize every opportunity that we get to offer prayer and to offer worship. And this is what we seek to obtain this morning, to pray. So let's join together. And in your mind, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Namo Narayanaya Namaha. Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudramarutah Stunvanti Divyaistavai Vedai Sankhar Upanishade Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavastargatina Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navira Asuragana Devaya Tasmai Namah Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanagvam Suresham Vishwataram Gaganasadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogibiryam Nagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharanam Sarvalokekanatanam Om Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai Gandham Mayadete Tavopatishtatam Chandanam Mayadete Tavopatishtatam पुष्पाणि सम्पूतं पुष्पमाला मया दीयते तवो प्रतिष्ठिताम् Bole Sri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Devotees, I wish to recognize Pandit Balram Persaud, the spiritual leader of Swaha Tulsi Manas Mandir. Accompanying him is Gurumai, and I think Miss Ambika is here. Principal of Swaha Hindu College, Miss Swastika is also here. She's the administrator and president of the Swaha Tulsi Manas Mandir and administrator of Swaha Tulsi Manas Primary School. I acknowledge your presence, and to all those who are here, we really appreciate you being here to render your support to this family. We have made various offerings unto the deceased, to the body, and at this time, my dear devotees, we'd like to invite a member of the family who would do a eulogy, after which we will ask for the blessings of Father Balramji who is here, and then we'll share a few words.
Sit down, everyone, and thank you for being here on behalf of my family and I. Sit down. Sarwan Persaud, better known as Ted or Tedo, was an extraordinary son, brother, husband, father, and grandfather. He was born on the 30th of March, 1963, in Lihu, Mahaika, Guyana. He was the first of 8 children, born to Mohan and Sharon Persaud. He studied accounting at a private institute in Georgetown, Guyana, while working with his father as a truck driver. He became a father figure to his siblings and a role model to many. Enthusiastic about repairs, he started fixing watches and radios, and later learned mechanics from his relatives. In his late 20s, Ted journeyed to Trinidad with his cousin, Uncle Amar. Here, he made a name for himself as what some may call the best diesel mechanic and the gearbox specialist in the area. While practicing his trade, he met my grandfather, Dan. He eventually met Mom, and well, y'all know how that ended. He fathered 6 children along with her and never once complained on how stubborn we were, especially the boys. He loved and treated us all equally. I remembered one Christmas, everyone got dolls and cars so we won't fight. 5 dolls and 5 cars. He never left us on our own. If he was going somewhere, all of us were there. Even if we were cramped into a tiny car. Eventually he got a bus. But apparently it wasn't filled enough because we got Asham. He was always a family-oriented person. My siblings and I grew up sitting on the floor around him and listening to stories about his childhood. His stories were so interesting that anyone that passed by would have stopped and listened as well. In addition to stories, he taught us a lot of things that will stay with us for a lifetime. He always told my brothers that they should learn a trade because you can always fall back on it. He taught us that we should work hard so that we are independent and no one can point fingers in our faces. He never took people's health, hunger, and helplessness lightly. He always tried to help, even if those people have done him wrong. Ted brought up strong children. We may be both vulnerable today, but our head is always on. He didn't leave any one of us in charge because he knew that together we will stand by each other and make sure things get done. He not only cared about his own children, but all those he came in contact with, his siblings, in-laws, my cousins, strangers who turned into family, and grandchildren all felt the greatness of our Father. He always ensured that everyone was well fed and comfortable. Ted lived a full life. Our family may not be complete now, but he got a glimpse of what it is yet to become. He accepted the partners of his first 5 children and gave his blessings. Ashan, I know that you have daddy's blessings always. Plus, your 5 older siblings know exactly how to get your future wife.
To his grandkids, Ishan, Keshav, and Naravi, you all are blessed. He treated you all like royalty, and we will make sure that you remember who he was. I know all his desires may not have been fulfilled, but according to him, what have to happen will happen. Thank you. Sitaram.
Thank you very much, Devika and Anjani. Devotees with us this morning. We have the spiritual leader of our Mandir, Swaha Tulsi Manas Mandir. I would like to invite him to share a few words.
Sitaram everyone. Pandit Tarun, other devotees, may I say at the outset, in relation to this family, very well known to all of us, very, very well known. They are part and parcel of our institutions, and they're contributing meaningfully to religion, to culture, and to education. And for that, we are grateful. That could not have happened had it not been for this individual whom we have come to pay respects on his passing. As we are aware, that death is an aspect of life, a progressive aspect. And it's something that while we cry because we feel emotional attachment, if we understand the true concept of death, dying and living, we realize he has moved on in the journey of life. We see differently in Hindu philosophy. The soul has simply left the body because the body no longer suited for the journey of life. And so it moves on. Where it is, I don't know, you don't know, nobody knows, but God knows. And that's the important thing. He's all-knowing, omniscient, and he's omnipotent. The Divine Father, Supreme Force Almighty. There are many comments that can be made. I don't know if Panditari will let you know about it later. All right? So what I will do, I remember a comment by my father. He said, all that talk you're talking, praise God never. So I'm going to follow that advice now. And I'm going to invite you to join with me. Let us together. Okay, I see some members of the group here. Joel, come please. Leela, Gurumai, Basika. So let's have some singing, glorifying God, thanking Him for the stay of this individual, the contribution he has made. He made 5 important contributions. Riley coming up to take a little time. We all must contribute, as we are aware, to our religion, the culture, the country, the community, the family. And if we have made those important contributions, then we have lived a good life. And when I was here 2 days ago, I had a nice, well, I heard Sabi speaking, and let her speak. A wonderful individual, the family too. And she mentioned the generosity of this man. I didn't know some of the things she said. And I admired him even more for that. And I said, you know what? I could buy islands and so long and wait in condition and but I'll come to the house where he built, which he built for himself and his family. And so much more he did. And Sabi is in a very good position satisfied with what he has done. Obviously, she wished he could have lived longer. Who wouldn't wish that? But despite what happened, she was there for him in thick and thin. So I see the chorus is here. Come here, huh? Gurumai. You come right here. So we'll sing a song that is very meaningful. What is it? Prabhu Teri Charan Kamal Balihari. Lord, you're the mighty, powerful one. As we say, as I've said so many a time, there are many who are mighty, but he is the Almighty. None is mightier than him. Whether they have political power, economic power, whatever it might be, he is the mightiest. And so we all give all praise to him. That you are our mother, you are our father, you are our friend, you are everything. Without you, we are nothing. We are nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, Prabhu Teri Charan Kamal Balihari. Listen to the words, very simple words. And feel free to join with us. बोले श्री विष्णु भगवान की ओ प्रभु जी तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी प्रभु जी तेरी चरण प्रभु जी तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी प्रभु जी तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी तुम पितु माता विश्व विधाता तुम पितु सकल जगत प्रतिपाल प्रभु जी कमल बलिहारी प्रभु जी तेरी चरण कमल बलिहारी घट घट गामी अंतरयामी घट घट गामी अंतरयामी सकल भुवन आधार प्रभु जी तेरी चरण कमल बलिहारी रचना सारी अचरज भारी रचना सारी अचरज भारी सकल जन्म उपकार तेरी चरण कमल बलिहारी ब्रह्मानंदा सब सुख कंदा ब्रह्मानंदा सब सुख कंदा सुन लो मेरी पुकार हे सुन लो मेरी पुकार प्रभु जी तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी कमल बलिहारी कमल बलिहारी कमल बलिहारी कमल बलिहारी प्रभु जी तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी ओ प्रभु जी तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी And now we will Kirtanam and the Guru Maya and Guru
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhan Giridhari. Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhan Giridhari. Radha Mohan Radha Jeevan, Radha Mohan Radha Jeevan, Mangal Kunj Bihari, Mangal Kunj Bihari. Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhan Giridhari. Radha Mohan Radha Jeevan, Radha Mohan Radha Jeevan, Mangal Kunj Bihari, Mangal Kunj Bihari. Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhan Giridhari. Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhan Giridhari. Govardhan Giridhari, Govardhan Giridhari.
Blessings to you. Nirvana, Doc, Ambika, the location are you? Eh? When I talk about the family. Bless.
Rama Krishna Hari, Mukunda Murari. Rama Krishna Hari, Mukunda Murari. Panduranga Panduranga, Rama Krishna Hari. Panduranga Panduranga, Rama Krishna Hari. Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Vittal Vittal Panduranga, Rama Krishna Hari. 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 Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radha Madhava Radhe Shyam. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Vallabha Sita Ram. Radha Mohan Radhe Shyam, Radha Govinda Radhe Shyam. Radha Radha Radha, Radha Radha Radha, Radhe Govinda, Vrindavan Govinda, Krishna Mukunda.
Pandit Ishwar, Ms. Amrita is here, so she will have everyone greetings or a prayer or a blessing. And then Zairun is here. She will also come, a very good singer. All right?
Sitaram everyone, Pandit Persaud, Pandit Sarwan, the family. You know, funerals are always a very difficult time for everyone because it's about processing a loss of a person. But I want you to take into consideration that there are two parts to this movement, this moving of, this transition and from the loss of a person. We have to recognize that this person here, lying here, this father, would have lived a full life, would have contributed, would have done what he could have done, not just for his family, for himself, but for the community also. And so he is moving on. Life is not there anymore, but his journey continues. And so we should not feel sadness for this person. Because there is another part, there is another aspect that he's going to undergo. And for that we should not feel sadness for. What we feel sadness for is for ourselves. Because man is like that. We are selfish in nature. Because we always want to keep those, and we think that we are the owners then, or they should always be with us. And so that is where the sadness comes in. And to the family, you will endure that sadness. And as time goes on, I want you to realize that what your dad did, that was one man. And imagine what he did, what one man did. I'm looking at so many of you. And imagine if you take into, or you walk into his footsteps, you take his legacy and carry on. How many of you, multifold, that you can carry on within your community itself. You'll be honoring the name of your father, and you'll be making your community a better place. You'll be enriching also the lives of those that you touch, so that in that way you're carrying on his name, his legacy. And through that, that memory lives on. Time will pass, you will never forget your father. I don't expect you to forget your father. But what I would like you to do is that as that memory slowly and your life slowly takes form, a new form, not waking up to see him anymore, you will develop your own routine and so on. That is where the coping skills actually come in. And that is where you say time heals, but time doesn't really heal. It's just your mind and your heart that actually moves on. And it's recreating a whole new reality for you. So I just want to let you know that as you transition and as this transition is taking place, you will require the support of many people. And that is why we have so many people here today. And for you, those of you who are here, please do not forget the family. Because this time is not an easy time at all. We're here now, but for them to move on afterwards, it's not going to be easy. A phone call, a simple text message, all of that is, our way of helping them also as they move past this particular loss. So to Anjani, Kanti Sabi, the entire family, right? I just want to let you know that we are here, and Ashan, you are here, you're still with us in school, all right? And I want to let you know from the school, from the staff and so on, we offer our condolences. And we are here with you, all right? And any support that you need, and that you see that your family needs also, because it's not just you attending the school, it's the entire family also that is a part of us. You let us know, all right? So thank you for this opportunity to speak on behalf of the Swaha Hindu College staff and students of Swaha Hindu College.
Ram Ram. Thank you very much, Ms. Sandika. And we have one individual again who is here with us. I was told to have another time. I don't know how much time, but up to 11. So we have with us Zairun. another member of our temple, a wonderful individual and educator who has made contributions in so many places, in so many ways. So Darun,
Sitaram, everyone. On behalf of my family, I'd like to extend my sincerest condolences to Sally, Devika, and Anjali, and the rest of the family. Losing a loved one is never easy. And no matter how much, people are here and people are extending their condolences, it helps, but grief is very, very deep. Grief also has no timeline, so that, we can't say it's going to go away in a month's time or a year's time. Okay, everybody has their own period of grieving, and the more difficult time is coming because you have to learn to live without him. But once you keep him alive in your hearts, he never really goes away. So again, I extend my condolences, and Sabi and the children, you are an integral part of the Swaha temple. When you are not there, something is always missing. So we thank you for your contribution to the temple and for always giving us support, and we are here to return our support. So again, we are very sorry, accept our condolences. Sit around everyone.
thank you very much, Darun. And before I hand over to Pandit Darun, I'm going to introduce to the individuals who are here, who will be willing to say something. I just want to share a few words of advice. One, Satya Mata Pita Jnanam. Truth is my mother, knowledge is my father. We'll all lose our parents one day, but once we maintain truth and acquire right knowledge, divine knowledge, then our parents are always alive with us. So don't go about saying my father has died. Yes, physically, but not otherwise. Death is a physical aspect. That's one point. Sabi, a good advice to you. Now you become mother and father for these children. And he will expect you to stand up manfully and discharge your duty as best as you can. And we know you're capable. And as you heard me some people say, whatever support or help you need, the temple and the school and everybody is there for you. And we have shown that, demonstrated that. And more than that, we have some members who will now become part of your family. All right? And they will also be there to lend that support. Right, Arun? Good. So bear that in mind. That's point number 2. Point number 3, you have so many members of the family in our school, the primary school, teachers and so on, doing very, very good job. It means that they were brought up very well. And for that, we commend you and your husband, your late husband. Keep up your good work, and remember that your father will be looking at you, and your mother and all others, and society will be looking at your contribution. So continue to educate the young minds in the community so that we can move forward as a family. All right? And then finally, remember, the greatest loss in life is not the death of a near and dear one. I'm not trying to cause anybody any kind of upset. Most people feel the greatest loss is the loss of a near and dear one, the death of a near and dear one. The sages and the yogis, men of wisdom, said no. The greatest loss is that which died in us while we were alive. So here we are living. If love has died, that's the greatest loss. Why life without love? If consideration and trust and respect, if all these things have been lost, then what is it? And that's what the world is crying out for. That's what society is crying out for. And so, that's the greatest loss. Don't ever allow this. Don't let your mind feel sorry in the sense of we have lost and they are there one. Don't give up. You need to continue the journey of life. The more good you do, the more blessings to him and to all of you. So in my own way, I say blessings to you all. This is an opportunity for upliftment, for betterment, to become better and not bitter. This can happen to many people. Why this happened? Why he? Why my father? No. You can't answer that. We can answer if we want, but the true answer is everyone had a time span. And his time span came, and from what I told Sabi the night I came, here doesn't feel like there's a loss. It doesn't feel like any grief, any heaviness at all. There's some place to go, you say, my God, why did I go there? Place feeling heavy. No, it's not so here. Not so. All right, so I will just say a prayer and then hand over to Pastor Room. Where the soul is, we don't know, but God knows because He all knowing. We are Divine Father, Supreme Force, Almighty Bhagwan Krishna. You gave life. And the time came where the soul left the body, and so, oh Lord, bless this family, bless the soul as it moves on the journey of life. And all of us who came to join with them, that's a very good human thing to do. For life is being there for each other, supporting one another, and moving forward together. So we pray, oh Lord, may He continue the journey of life, finding all that is necessary in life. Om Hari Om Tat Sat Krishna Krishna Mahayogin Bhakta Nama Bhayankara Govinda Paramananda Sarvameva Shamanaya Namo Brahman Devaya Gau Brahman Hitaya Jagadhitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namam He Rama Purushottamam Narahare Narayana Keshava Govinda Garudhvaja Gunanidhe Damodara Madhava He Krishna Kamalapate Yadupate Sitapate Shripate Vaikundhadhipate Characharpate Lakshmipate Pahimam Pahimam Trahimam He Lakshmipate Om Tat Sat Ram Nam Satya Hai Ye Sab Ka Gati Hai. And finally to the children, cherish your mother. The length of time she's going to live is based on karma, but also based upon love. When a mother is not well, because very best medication, because of the best health institution, or what matters is love, the care and the consideration you show upon her. So her future and her health and everything depends on your care that you will take of her. So Savi, you have a great responsibility and you have a wonderful family. Make the best of it. Blessings to you. You have done well. We are proud of you. So over to Pandit Tarun, Panditji.
Thank you, Pandit Ramji, members of our Mandir, to Ms. Ambika, who would have shared wonderful messages, words of support. We really do appreciate this. Devotees, at this time we'll do one bhajan, Jai Krishna Hari, one that is well known to all of you. You can feel free to join along, after which there are some people who would like to share a few words. I would invite them to do such, but I also want to recognize the presence of the sisters and one brother of Sarwan Persaud, Ted. We have Auntie Gayatri. She's from Guyana. Auntie Bobby from Canada. Auntie Suni and from Canada. Both of them are from Canada. And Uncle Dar, he's from Guyana. So Uncle Amar is here as well from Guyana. So we're indeed very happy to have you all here with the family, giving your support. If there's anything you want to say, I'll provide that opportunity for you all after, right? Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyo ko dukha dur karo. Jai 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 Krishna Hare, Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyo ko dukha dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Jab char taraf andiyara ho, आशा का दूर किनारा हो. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो. हर कोई न केवन वाला हो, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण विष को भी अमृत कर दे, तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। Devotees, there are times we ask ourselves, what is that? And from the time we hear the word that, there's another word that comes to mind, and that is the soul. Just as there's union with the soul and the body, it is called birth. The separation with the soul from the body is called death. And while we would have taken birth, it is stated that there are 6 modifications that the body undergoes. Its existence, birth, growth, maturity, death, and decay. We all, from time to time, will have to undergo these modifications. But while the physical body is undergoing these modifications, the soul is untouched. And this is supported in Bhagavad Gita. It is stated in verse Shloka 20 of chapter 2. Najayate mriyateva kadachinnayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyah ajo nitya shashvato yam purano na hanyate hanyamani sharire. Lord Krishna is saying that the soul is never born nor dies, nor does it become only after being born. For it is unborn, it is eternal, it is everlasting, and ancient. Even though the body is slain, the soul is not. It remains untouched. Bhagavan Shri Krishna goes on to support this further by saying, Nainam chindanti shashrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, nachainam kledayantyapo, nashoshiti marudaha. Weapons cannot cut it, nor can fire burn it, nor can water wet it, and the wind cannot dry the soul. In Sri Ramcharitamanas, it is stated, Ishwar ans Jeev Avinashi, the soul is indestructible and is part of the supreme soul. So my dear friends, the soul would have left this body, and as Ms. Ambika will have alluded to, that this body, the attachment that we have gained to this body, is what we are grieving for. After this, it's a new beginning. The soul, there's reincarnation. As Hinduism, we believe in reincarnation, where after this birth, according to our actions, we gain a new birth, and we keep going. In other religions, they have similar beliefs as well. A few days back, I came here, And one guy was speaking, I think, to Auntie Savi, and he was talking about resurrection. I hope I'm correct with it. That the soul rises as well. So there is something in all religions that speaks about that soul. So then the question is, why grief? Why grief? Our attachment. The way we would have been with, if in this case with Ted, the life that he would have lived, we are all attached to it. We'll miss this. But the reality is, for us, well, for the family here, if I should put it this way, it's a new beginning for them. They now have to readjust. For him also, that soul, it's a new beginning as well. So my friends, this shows us death is a lesson for all of us of how we should live our lives. When we die, what we leave? We leave all the material comforts, but more so, we leave a legacy. And what type of legacy we want to leave? Today, we can certainly see that Ted would have left a rich legacy. One where his children would stand proudly to perform various rituals. They would have lived their lives in a certain way. Why? It is said that the children is a reflection of the parents. What they do on the outside, it reflects on the parents. The mere fact that we have spiritual leader Pandit Balaram here, Gurumai, Ms. Ambika Swastika, members of the Mandir, and all of your friends and family. And the mere fact as well, I want to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Sat Balkaran Singh, who is present. So you can come, there's a seat here, along with one of his students, Priya. So we are quite happy, you can come forward, to have you with us. But these people are here because they would have lived a life in a certain way. They give that support. Had they lived their life in a delinquent manner, sit down, then who would be here? So friends, the lesson is that live our lives in a meaningful way, contributing to society positively, and by so doing, it helps our soul. That process of reincarnation comes into play, that maybe at the time of death, the new form that we may take will all be dependent on the righteous action that we are performing. So, without further ado, with these few words that I've said, I would like to invite Mr. Harilal, a former president of our Mandir. He's someone who always gives support to anyone. I know he's here along with Auntie Agnes. Any funeral, they are always present to give that type of support. So we are quite happy to have you, Mr. Harilal, and I want to ask you to share a few words, however you see it fit.
Assalamu alaikum, Sitaram, and good morning. Looking at all of us together caused me to say this because this is a reflection of the life of the departed. The family, the friends, the well-wishers. So Pandit Tarun, Pandit Balaram and the family, and to all who are present here today. This is a difficult time, but we all know from the womb, let me use this word, to the tomb, that is your lifespan. What do you do? What examples do you set? When you look at the family that comes from abroad, to pay respect, it's not that we do not know what communication they would have, how they live, how often they communicate, but they are here in this time to support the family and to pay respect to one and all. So many wonderful things were already said by the previous speakers and the pundits and so on. So I wouldn't want to burden you all with anything new because all that I would have had to say, most of it has already been said. So to the Bika and the rest of the family, Anjani, see you and Savi, I want to say to all of you, please listen to one another. And as said by one of the previous speakers, today we are really wondering where these words have gone. Sitaram, thank you, you're welcome, I understand you, I love you. Something is wrong. So you all stay together, be together, and you will be the mother that father the children from today on. So and do it with honor. Because I know for a fact that he was always a very cool, composed person. Because whenever I come here to meet Devika to do anything, or Anjani, he would meet me out at the front there. And you will just see that composure, that cool person that you could relate to. You know, to have some places you would go, and from the moment you reach, and you look at that person, they say, you know, you'll see the heart through the eyes. So what do? You wonder, and then you say, am I going to say to him what I come to say? And this is how the life is. So we are all here gathered today to show respect and to support the family. And as Ambika said, please don't forget, we are only a phone call away. So to all of you, and on behalf of my family, and on behalf of the executive and other members of the Tulsi Manas, I want to say to you all, please be strong. Hold on. Don't let go. It's like a tug of war, you know. If you pull in the rope and it's burning your hands, and you let go, you lose. So hold on and stand the ground. And please live the life of the legacy that you all believe that dad has left. So on behalf of all and my family, I want to say to you all, please accept our condolences. And thank you. Pandit, I thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Harilal. Devotees, at this time, I want to give the family the first opportunity for those who want to offer mala, flowers, do arti. We want to give the family first opportunity to do such, after which all others can come and feel free to view the body if you want to do arti or for flowers. Whatever you choose to do, the opportunity is now. So I want to invite the family, you can come and you can offer your malas. And so while this is being done, I understand that we have a few singers, so we'd like for you to share a few bhajans, so you can come forward, kirtans, and you can share a few kirtans. I will start with one, you can join along with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Gangadhara Shiva Gangadhara, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Rameshwara Shiva Rameshwara, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya.
गोविंद हरि गोपाल हरि हरि गोविंद गोपाला गोविंद हरि गोपाल हरि हे मुरली गान डोला गोविंद हरि गोपाल हरि हे गोपी गोपाला गोविंद हरि गोपाल हरि हे मुरली गान लोला हे गिरिधर गोपाला 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 गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरि हे गोपी गोपवाला गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरि हे मुरली गान लोला गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरि हे गोपी गोपवाला गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरि हे मुरली गान लोला हे गिरिधर गोपाला हे गिरिधर गोपाला हे
शाम बोल वंदे कृष्ण 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 नाम पावन पावन कृष्ण नाम प्यारा प्यारा जो न बोले कृष्णा कृष्णा जग में वो हारा हारा मन का मिटे अंधियारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा मन का मिटे अंधियारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा सुबह शाम बोल वंदे कृष्ण 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 सुबह शाम बोल वंदे कृष्ण 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 जिसको मिले ना तेरा सुख का मरम क्या जाने जो न ध्याए कृष्णा कृष्णा नित्य का धर्म क्या माने चाहे अगर उजियारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा चाहे अगर उजियारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा सुबह शाम बोल वंदे कृष्ण 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 सुबह शाम बोल वंदे कृष्ण 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 छोड़ दे बतक ना दर तोड़ दे अहम का घेरा भूल जा जगत के वैभव जग है दुखों का डेरा फेरता है मारा मारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा फेरता है मारा मारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा सुबह शाम बोल वंदे कृष्ण 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 सुबह शाम बोल वंदे कृष्ण 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 जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा सुबह शाम बोल वंदे कृष्ण 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 सुबह शाम बोल वंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
पिंजरे की पंछी रे तेरा तर्क न जाने को तेरा तर्क न जाने को पिंजरे के पंछी रे बाहर से तू खामोश रही तू बाहर से तू खामोश रही तू भीतर भीतर रोए हे भीतर भीतर रो तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को कहते न सके तो अपनी कहानी तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे कह न सके तो अपनी कहानी तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे विधि ने तेरी कथा लिखी आंसू में कल मधुबोई तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को चुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल की चाले रे चुप के रोने वाले रखना तेरा नरक न जाने को पिंजरे के पंछी रे
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं तुम मीरा की जैसे बुलाते नहीं तुम मीरा की जैसे बुलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं माँ यशोदा की जैसे सुलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं वीर शबरी की जैसे खिलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं नाम जपते चलो काम करते चलो नाम जपते चलो काम करते चलो हर समय कृष्ण का ध्यान करते चलो अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला जिनके लिए तूने महल सजाए मतलब के यार सारे सब ही प्यारे जिनके लिए तूने महल सजाए मतलब के यार सारे सब ही प्यारे एक लिए है कितना तूने दुख झेला 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला
बाप की आंगन में खुद को कर हिला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। हर की शरण तो हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, जीवन मिले ना फिर ये जीवन को पाले। हर की शरण तो हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, जीवन मिले ना फिर ये जीवन को पाले। खेल जगत का सारा उसी ने अकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला।
श्री रामचंद्र के पारु भजमन शरण भवई दारुणम। नभ कंज लोचन कंज मुख कंज पर कंजारुणम। कंदर्प गणित अमित छवि नवनील निरंजन सुंदरम। पदपीठमाहूत रुचि 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 नौमि जनकसुतावरम। वसुदीनबन्धु दिनेश दानव तेज पंचविकंदनम। रघुनंद आनंद कंद कोश संजय दशरथ नंदनम। शिरमुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदर अंगीभूषणम। आजानुभुज चरचापधर संज्ञावचित करदूषणम। इति हरित तुलसीदास शंकर शेषमुनि मनरंजनम। मम हृदय कंज निवास कुरु कामारि करदर गंजनम। जय राम श्री राम, जय राम श्री राम, जय राम श्री राम।
Devotees, it's approximately 10:30. We want to leave by 11. So if there's anyone who wants to come and view the body, you can feel free while the bhajans are being sung. If there's anyone as well, I want to provide the opportunity who wants to see something, share a few words of support. I will invite you to do so as well. Okay, so before we go to the bhajan, I'll hand over to Samantha.
Hello, Sitaram. I'm okay, what I know, eldest what I know, sorry. And I would like to share some fondest memories that I will hold dearly to my heart. When I got married, And I have to come in there, so I was scared. Really, really scared. Because I thought Uncle Ted was a strict man. But he was a marshmallow. He was soft. And he was strict in his ways, right? But he was so kind. He would tell me, if you want anything to eat, you tell me, I make for you. Right? He does make dog, and he will go out of his way to make sure we are okay. He spoiled all of us. All of us. His children, his grandchildren. Don't talk about his grandchildren. He forgot about us. Right? His grandchildren was his idol. I would have to say that. Right? They would come and would sit down and he would feed them with his hand. Right? And we can't talk to them too loud, you know. We have to be strict with them. And he would go first for being strict with them. Right? Cannot talk too loud with his grandchildren. He would come, he would ask all of us how we go in. He would talk to us, he would give us advice. Right? When we have to build our house, he was there. It had to be his way, right? His way or no way. He had to have 3 windows in our bedroom. He said Nari needs to know what's going on wrong him. So he had to check this one, and that one. So we said, no, Uncle Ted, 1, 2. He said, no, it had to have 3. He made the people come back and put that one. It needs the 3. Right? I can't find words. My son asked his father for a bicycle. He wants a bicycle. His daddy said no because it given his back. He gone and asked his grandfather back for a bicycle the next day too. Right? So we said Uncle Ted would buy the bike for him. He just needs to know right from wrong. Hey, we's big people, we don't know right from wrong. You expect a little child to know right from wrong? He was like that. Right? His little granddaughter, when she gets up in the morning, she looking to him. She have to feed, she have to play with, she give, she walk. All of them in the garage. His mechanic. Right? When we dressing him for school, he walk in, he will stop riding. And he would say, okay, Shaba, go in school, and he would write, okay? He would listen, right? He say, okay, Papa. He go on, he come back home. He said, Papa, I write, right? I write. So he say, okay, well, come and help me now. So he say, Mommy, I want green clothes. Right? He come with his grey clothes and he does not know what he's doing, and his papa does not know. Sometimes Uncle Ted will be tired and he's seeing it in his face, he's tired. He will go in his room and 2 little babies come in and he will sit down. I did not Uncle Ted could draw anymore. Keshav, I will have Uncle Ted drawing cats and dogs, giraffes and lions. I did not know Uncle Ted could have drawn. He take his patience, he had patience with those babies. Right? Yeah. I would say he spoiled all of us. If he go in Sarwan, have a guy in his restaurant, and he'll bring back from rice to me, he know I got some. Yeah. He will bring back for me. He said this girl had to get you pie rice. Right? So she bring back. Right? When he is standing up with food to feed his 2 daughters, he's calling me, he said, come girl, sit down. Sit down, we go eat together. And he will feed me, and 2 daughters will pick up. Because Anjali is older, and says she have to get food first. Anjali said, well, I is the youngest, I have to get the food first. And so too I don't do. Right? So, if I stay here and tell you all my memories will be here a while, right? That might take up too much of our time.
Good day, everybody. Sitaram. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shanti. I'm Ted's sister-in-law. I don't know how to start, but I'm going to let the cat out of the bag, right? I'm going to Ted will be laughing wherever he is. But in the beginning of the making, I was like, you look at me. Because when he come and he started to go around Sabi, I used to go on the dates now. So I used to go for the food. Because he used to buy food for me. So you go buy fries, you go buy hot dog, you go buy all them things like that. I sit down and I get things to eat and thing, and they're on their dates. The first movie he would carry out and this Abby for to see is the Wale Lasagna Lejaini. Right? Real romantic, eh? VIP, balcony, and I sit down in the back while I get hot dog and things to eat. Ted was a person, he feed us. There were hard times, And I had to start once. He started up like a father and provide for all of us. Make sure we was never hungry. And I like singing, I used to sing and sing. And he used to always boast about me and tell me, my voice like Lata Mangeshkar. And there was one time I was going up to Master Bahar and he chose my song for me. I want to sing a piece of that song today. He chose his song and he had a record player. So I remember the record player. He used to play record and I was singing, practicing. So then there I would just sing a piece of that song. कभी अजनबी थे ज़मीं आसमाई तेरा हाथ थामा जो हुए मेहरबानी कभी अजनबी थे ज़मीं आसमाई तेरा हाथ थामा जो हुए मेहरबानी कभी अजनबी थे हाँ 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 हो 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 बरसाते प्यार के ना रुकेगी जागे गिरे सिलसिले ना रुकेगी बरसों की प्यासे दिल भी ज़मीं है एक रूह बचाए जन्नती है कभी अजनबी थे ज़मीं आसमाए तेरा हाथ थामा जो हुए मेहरबानी. That I always love you, my father, my brother, my brother, my friend, you was my brethren too now. Yeah, son, love you always and rest in peace.
Thank you very much. Devotees, at this time, I want to leave the floor open. I know many of you would want to share experiences on the time that you had with Sarwan Persaud, and I want to call on Uncle Amar to share a few words, and we have Mr. Sat Balkaran Singh. I want to also invite him to share. A man of his caliber, I think, is worthy of hearing just a few words from him. So I'll hand over to Uncle Amar, then to Uncle Sat.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Who knows that who I mean? I might be his wife. Born in 1 year. Oh no, that you go to the hospital. We grew up together. Third, God encouraged to talk behind his family. The American family, the Canadian family. Put them down. 3 sons. Less than 3 years. I tried to be strong and Ted grew up together. Who knows? Ted used to fix watch. That was his first job. Then he started to fix pocket radio. Then he started to fix Walkman. Still doing, helping father with the fishing industry. Then we moved to town. Ted, who knows Ted? Started to do accounting. He was a bookkeeper. What year was that? 1990. Sometime in June, can't remember. I tell Ted, I was in Trinidad. I came to Trinidad in 1979. In 1980. So Ted, he started to drive truck. Never mechanic. So in 1990, so Ted, come Trinidad. Come Trinidad. Happened so in July, to accept the July 1990, we had a coup in Trinidad. We went through hell. We tell, you know, curry fig, stew fig, boiled fig, curry yam, Bang, and it's three certain. We had that, but we survived. And leave you and I went back. Guyana. This is everything. I come and make sure I come here. And the sister is children, my children. I must know. It's cousin and their father. I will always be with them. I don't I can't say it. I really can't.
Thank you, Uncle Amar. We have now Mrs. Sat Balgaran Singh.
There is a Sanskrit verse. Before I begin with the Sanskrit verse, may I express condolences to the family, to Anjani and her family. The Sanskrit verse goes like this. Om asato ma saddhamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mridyurama amritam gamaya. Om asato ma sadgamaya. Lead us, dear Lord, from asat, untruth, to truth, sat gamay. Tamasoma jyotir gamay. Lead us from ignorance to the light of knowledge. Mrityurama amritam gamay. And lead us from death, or the cycles of birth and death, into immortality. This is a Hindu home, and therefore Hindus do not believe in waiting for a day of judgment. There is a cycle of birth and life and death, and birth and life and death. And therefore, when you get into that cycle, your aim is immortality of the soul, the Param Atma. I want to take this opportunity, the first time I have come to your home. I am from Sandagram, for those who know the name. I was born in Manzanilla, James Smart village, and I lived all my life on Foster. So I'm from Sandagrandi actually. So Sandagrandi and people from Sandagrandi have a special place in my heart. Right? And when Anjali came to my class, and prayer came, it was very uplifting to know that things were happening in Sandagram. I keep in touch. Death and birth are basically the same. You're born, you live, and you die. Our only birthright is our death right. And therefore, within this period of birth, preservation, and death, we need to understand that really we have come for a short time, and therefore whatever we have come to accomplish, it should be with what we call dharmic actions. Our dharmic actions must be, we must do good, we must think good, we must feel good towards one another, and therefore we must live a righteous life. Panditji, thanks for giving me the opportunity to say a few words. And Anjani, I know it's it's unfortunate that he came here. He's here. And I hope you would all have the courage, members of the family, to live, because this is what our individual lives are. We are born, we preserve, we carry on the good works, and we merge back into that eternal consciousness, the supreme being. Parama. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace in the universe, peace in the society, and peace in the home.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sat Balkaran Singh. For those of you who don't know him, he is a tutor of dance, Kathak dance, performed both locally, internationally. He's an author of a few books as well, one based on Ram Leela, which I had the privilege of reading at one point in time. So, Mrs. Sat, indeed, the family, I'm sure, is quite happy to have you in their presence. Devotees, before we end, there's Miss Hema. I want to invite her to share a few words.
Sit around. This is not an easy task for me. Everybody who knows me know I'm very talkative, but this morning is a bit different. I'm the last of 8 kids, and I'm the baby. And my brother-in-law, I will never say he's my brother-in-law. He always considered me as his daughter. When he died, I got numerous calls on my phone, condolences, your father passed away. Daddy passed 2 years now. And I said, yes, Daddy passed. And he said, no, Ted is your father? He just laughed and I said, yes. Many a times I would go to various pie shops in Randy, and they can't distinguish if Ted is my father or Dan is my father. And he would constantly say, I'm sending my big daughter. And I lived with that. He always considered me as one of his child. Ted loved us dearly. He was a second dad for us. Even when Daddy was around, he would come and he would sit with us, he would talk. My sisters and I, we confided in him in almost everything. I didn't want to speak today, but I know if I did not, I don't know how I would have moved on, knowing that I didn't speak to him or give him these last words. But when Daddy passed away, he stood there. When Rishi passed away, he held my hand and he told me, you know what? I'm here for you and I will always be here for you. And to my nieces and my nephews, I'm always here in anything that you all may need. It will be a difficult time, but if we stand together, we'll make it through. And to not my brother-in-law, but to my second father, I would always love you and I would cherish all the memories that I have of you. I remember vividly, I grew up in front of his eyes when he was dating my sister. I was very small and I got licks from Ted already, running around in the yard. And when he's sharing discipline, I was part of it as well. So that's to tell you the love that he had for all of us. He disciplined me when I needed discipline. And he holds a special place in my heart, and I would always love him. And to Ted, rest in eternal peace. Say hi to my daddy and my brother. We love you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hema. Devotees, at this time, we have now